per person, which is very complicated. There are a lot of things to be complete in terms on computing the measure of correlation using the formula that persons introduce in a statistic. Okay, so the other formula that we can use in measuring the correlation between the set of data of the variable x and the variable y is what we call the Spearman rank correlation coefficient, or the Spearman law. Okay, so that is the name of the formula that we have. So Spearman rank or Spearman law, it's a statistic which is used to measure the relationship of a paired ranks assigned to an individual scores on two variables. From Spearman law, according to Spearman, we can easily identify or calculate the correlation between the two variables by ranking the value or by ranking the set of data that we have. We have the formula from Spearman, which is correlation is equal to 1 minus 6 times the summation of v squared divided by n cubed minus n. Okay, so that is the shorter formula that we can use in calculating or for measuring the correlation between the two variables that we have. If you want to use the formula per persons, you may. The longer formula that we have is very confusing with a lot of variables in that formula. You can use it one. Okay. So summation of d squared stands for the sum of the squared difference between the ranks. So that means after you rank each value from the two variables that you have, you're going to get its difference and then get sum. And then N stands for the number of cases. RS stands for the Spearman law. For example, we have this set of data. For example, the set of X has a value of 4, 3, 5, and 7. For the set of Y, we have the value which is 3, 7, 2, and 5. For example, those are the set of data that we have for variable x and for variable y. So using the Spearman law formula, you need to rank the set of value for x and the set of value for y from highest to lowest before you identify the difference in each rank for the set of the variable that we have. So we're going to rank. Let's rank the set x. So rank of set x. So the highest is 7. So that is rank 1, followed by 5, but followed by 4, and then the last is 3. So we have already ranked the variable x. The same of what you did with the variable x, you're also going to rank the set of variable y. So rank of the variable y. So 7 is the first, 5 is second, third is 3, and the fourth one is 2. After ranking both the set of the value of x and the set of the value of y, get the difference in each rank for x variable and y variable. So difference on the rank. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. 2 minus 4 is equal to negative 2. 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. So those are the difference between the rank of each value for the variable x and the variable y. After getting the difference between the rank, squared its difference. So 0 squared is still 0. 3 squared is equal to 9. Negative 2 squared is equal to 4. Negative 1 squared is equal to positive 1. So those are the squared of the difference between the rank of the variable x and the variable y. Get the sum of the difference, squared of the difference, we have 14. Since we have already the value that we need for the summation of v squared, so we can now solve for the correlation between the variable x and the variable y. So correlation is equal to 1 minus 6 times the summation of v squared divided by n cubed minus n. So 1 minus 6 summation of v squared, which is equal to 14. And we have 4 cases. So 4 cubed minus 4. So the correlation between the set of x and y that we're going to have. So 1 minus, so 6 times 14, which is equal to 84, divided by 4 cubed minus 4, which is equal to 60. So correlation 1 minus 84 divided by 60, which is equal to 1.4. So our correlation between the variable x and y is equal to negative 0.4. So that is our correlation. So as you can see, mas madali si Spearman raw kesa sa kay person formula. Because person formula, it has a lot of things to be complete before you can proceed in solving for the correlation of the two variables that we have. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes, po.
what's Rx and Ry?
Rx, Rx is rank. Rank for variable x. Rank for x. Ry, rank for the variable y.
Teacher, how'd you get the ranks?
The
How'd you get the ranks? Po?
the rank.
Opo, how'd you get it?
How did we get the rank? You're just going to rank the number here from highest to lowest. Okay. Since 7 is the highest, so that is your rank 1 until you proceed with the lowest number that you have for the variable x. The same also with your variable y. You're also going to rank the set of value that you have. Okay. So good. Let's have another example. But if you don't want to use this formula from Spearman, you can use the person. Kung maraming time mag-solve for the correlation, you can use the other one, the longer formula.
I would be.
Do you want, Gabi? Sige, si Gabi sa quiz,
Spoke
I will
words. I exhaled. I exhaled with my mouth.
I will write in the instruction for Gabi, use the person's formula in measuring the correlation of the set of data. But the rest, they may use the Spearman.
Thanks.
Okay, let's have another example for the measure of correlation. Can I clear the screen for this one? For example, we have the set of data for the value of x. We have and then for the value of y, we have the set of value, which is for example, those are the value for the x coordinate and the y coordinate in our data. So we're going to rank the value of set x. So rank 1, which is 8, 8 is the first rank, followed by 5, then 3, we have 2, and the last is 1. So we have fifth rank for the set of X. That means the cases that we have in this set of data is also 5 since we have only a rank until 5. So let's proceed in ranking also the set of value for Y. So rank 1 is 7, followed by 6, 5, rank 3, rank 4, and rank 5. So we are done ranking each value that we have. Get the difference between rank X and rank Y. So difference 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. 1 minus 1 equals to 0. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Squared, the difference in each rank that we have. So 0, 4, 4, 0, and 0. So the summation of the squared of the difference between the rank of the variable x and variable y is equal to 8. So since we have already the summation on the difference squared between x and y, we can now be able to solve for the correlation of our set value for x and y, which is 1 minus 6 times the summation of b squared, which is 8, divided by n cubed, which is 5 cubed, minus n, which is 5. So 1 minus 6 times 8, which is equal to 48. 5 cubed, which is equal to 125 minus 5 equals to 120. So correlation 1 minus 48 divided by 120 equals to 0.4. So our correlation between x and y is equal to 0.6. So that is our correlation, okay, between the set x and the set y. The same with the person's correlation. Spearman also have its table of interpretation when it comes to the result of the correlation when we solve the relationship between the value of our two variables. It's the same interpretation that person and Spearman has when it comes to the result of the relationship between the x and y, wherein if the r is from 0.00 to positive or negative 0.20, it denotes that it's negligible correlation. If r is equal to positive or negative 0.20 to positive or negative 0.40, that denotes low or slight relationship. If the r is a positive or a negative 0.4, it's marked or moderate correlation. And if it's 0.71 to 0.90, that's high relationship. If it's 0.91 to 0.99, that's very high relationship. And if it's 1, exactly 1, it's a perfect relationship. So that is the interpretation that we have coming from person and Spearman. So either you use persons or the Spearman formula, you will have the same interpretation from the result of your R, or the correlations that you solve between the set of value of x and y that we have. But what if there are the same number? For example, we have the same number in the set of X or in the set of Y. For example, we have this value for X, which is 3, 5, 2, and 3. And for the value of Y, we have 1, 2, 6, and 7. So for example, that is the set of value that we have. As you can see in the set of value of X, there are the same number, which is 3. Okay. It's just like when we are ranking based from your grade. You are top 1 or top 2. If there are the same number, they will have the rank that we have. So let's rank the set of value of X. Of course, 5 is the rank 1 and 3 will follow. So since you have 2, 3 in the set of X that we have, so that means rank 3 is 2.5, rank 2.5. Okay. Why is it rank 2.5? Because the next rank after 1 is 2. And you have 2, 3. That means that this 2, 3 will have the spot for the second rank and the third rank. Okay. That's why you have 2.5 as their rank. Or since you have 2.5, the next rank after 3, which is your last number for the set of value of X is 2, that will be your rank 4. Okay? Si rank 3 wala na. Rank 3 will not be included in the rank since you have 2 places for the rank 2.5. Okay? So let's rank the set value of Y. So 7 will be rank 1, 6 is rank 2, 3, and 4. So get the difference, the same of what we are doing. So 2.5 minus 4, which is equal to negative 1.5. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2.5 minus 1, which is equal to 1.5. Get the squared between the difference of the rank of set value of X and Y. So we have 2.25, positive 4, 4, and 2.25. Summation of the difference between the set of X and Y. So 2.25 plus 8, which is equal to 18. So that is the summation of our difference. So correlation 1 minus 6 times the summation of d squared, which is 18, divided by n cubed, which is 4 cubed minus 4. So we have 1 minus 6 times 18, which is equal to 108, divided by 4 cubed minus 4, which is equal to 60. So 1 minus 108 divided by 60, which is equal to 1.8. So correlation is equal to negative 0.8. So that is our correlation. So that is what you're going to do. If there are the same number in the set of your value for X or in the set value for y. You need to get the middle rank between, for example, here, between the rank 2 and rank 3, which is 2.5. And rank 3 will not be listed in the rank for the value for x. Since you have two place for 2.5. So what if there are the same number for x and y? For example, this one. For example, the set of x that we have is 3, and for the set value for y, we have like, so for example, that is the set of value of x and y that we have. Looking at the set of value of x and y, there are same number for the set of value of x, which is 2. And for y, we have the same number, which is 3. So the same of what we did a while ago, based on ranking the set of value of x and y that we have. So let's rank the set of x. So first is 5, followed by 4. Last, which is 3, followed by 3, and followed by 2. Since we have two numbers in the set of x, and the only remaining rank that is not listed for the value of x that we have is rank 4 and rank 5. So we will be having the rank for 2, which is 4.5. So that is the rank of our 2 in the set of value of x. So rank 4, the set of value of y. So first is 4, followed by 3. Since we have 3, and the next rank for the first one is 2. So it will be between rank 2 and rank 3. So we have 2.5 for 5. And then 3 will be rank 4. And 1 will be rank 5. Get the difference between the rank for x and y. So 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. 2 minus 2.5, which is negative 0.5, 0.5. 4 minus 1, 4.5 minus 1 is equal to 3.5. 4.5 minus 2.5, which is equal to 2. And 1 minus 5, which is equal to negative 4. Squared of the difference. So negative 1 squared is 1. Negative 0.5 squared is equal to 0.25. 3.5 squared is equal to 12.25. We have 4 and 16. So summation on the difference between the set of x and y. We have 1 plus 0.25 plus 12.25 plus 20, which is equal to 33.5. So correlation 1 minus 6 times 33.5 divided by n cube, which is 5 square cube minus 5. So 1 minus 201 divided by 120 equals to 1 minus 1.68. So the correlation is equal to negative 0.68. Okay, so that is what you're going to do if you want to use the formula, which is the Spearman's formula. But if you want to use the persons, you may. You will just be arriving the same answer, either of the two formulas, the one that you're going to use in measuring the correlation between the relationship for the set of X and the set of Y. A question or this formula that we have from Spearman's law or Spearman's rank formula.
What's D2, teacher?
Again po,
Well, what's D to the power 2?
what is the
What is D 2?
2? D2?
Opo.
D2 is summation difference, squared difference between the rank the X and Y. Square difference of rank X and Y. You squared this one, that is your D2. After you subtract the rank between X and your variable Y, you're going to square their difference. That is your D2. Okay? Any more question about this formula? Okay na? Yes,
Yan
Bernadette.
teacher na ano, 5 to the third power minus 5. Saan po yan galing?
5 to the third power. This 5 to the third power, it comes from the formula n cube, wherein your n is the number of cases that you have. That is where you get the n or the 5 cube. Diba? Ang formula, we have the formula from Spearman, which is correlation is equal to 1 minus 6 summation of t squared divided by n cube minus n. That is our formula from Spearman. Okay, any more question about this formula that we have? Okay na tayo with this one.
Teacher,
Yes po. Yes.
in the square difference, does everything have to be positive there?
Yeah. In the d squared, it should be all positive since once you square the negative number, it will become positive since negative times negative is positive. So it will be all positive when it comes to your d squared. Okay, any more question about this one? Okay na. Can I clear the screen? So since we are already done our discussion about measure of correlation, any more question about measure of correlation? Do not forget to copy the interpretation that we have for the correlation, ha, because in your quiz it will be asked what is that meaning or the interpretation of the correlation that we have solved. Is it very high? Is it moderate? Does it negligible relationship or negligible correlation? Does it have a low or moderate? Or is it a perfect relationship between the set of value of x and y? So since you don't have any more questions and I will not be going to give you a quiz for this afternoon, okay, your quiz about the measure of correlation will be on Monday. Going to have the quiz on Monday for the measure of correlation. Okay. So in your quiz regarding the measure of correlation, you can either choose in using the two formulas that we have, which is the Pearson's formula or the Spearman's formula. Okay. Either of the two, which is easier for you to use in solving or calculating for the correlation between the set of x and the set of y that we have. Okay, so since you don't have any more question, I think we can end the call early for this afternoon. Okay, so I think that will be all for this week. Goodbye, everyone, and see you on Monday. Bye.